Administrator 3 coming with another vid here. It's been a while since I've done one of these kind of like vids, but I'm gonna call it the high school sneaker. That high school sneaker you were looking for, whether you want it but you couldn't because there's basically no way to find it unless you go deep into some true resources, or you would have to pay butt raping prices. Um, but before that, before I get into that one sneaker, I'm gonna start off with a sneaker that I actually did get my first retro, I guess you can say, because this was basically like an LS model. I think it was. I think they called it that. Well, they didn't call it an LS model, but it was like one of those alternate models like we got now, like the Marvin the Martians and all that stuff. Um, this sneaker right here, quick story behind it. I think I've said this plenty of times, and that's why I had to get the sneaker and why I paid retail for it. Um, this sneaker right here, back in when I was in high school, Carolina blue was like the popping color. So this was one sneaker I wanted, and I wanted the charcoals, both of them. Um, I went to the mall. I got a big bonus. It was like my first actual paycheck job, uh, and I went into there. They didn't have my size in the charcoals at all, like none. They actually had like a 13. They had like really small sizes, but they didn't have an 11 through 12, which is what I was at the time. So they had an 11 and a half, and it fit perfectly. So I grabbed it. It was dope. And then, um, just to say this, I put him on right when I got him, and I was walking out. I don't think I ever told this part. And I basically almost got jumped by five guys for these sneakers. Okay, and I'm walking in there, and this is under the subway station. I was supposed to meet a friend, but then I went the wrong way, so I came back, and let's just say they tried to get me for these, uh, and they couldn't. Let's just say that they couldn't. I was a very angry kid back then, and I didn't give no rats. If they had guns or anything, I was gonna go out swinging. And at that time, I was weightlifting, going, you know what you do when you're that age, trying to be Superman. Luckily, I didn't get shot or stabbed or anything for these, but hey, they were dope. Uh, Love them that I have them back in my hand. I'm happy that this has in yellow. Like my other ones started yellowing really quick back then. I remember that, and that's why I specifically hated that sneaker. I was like, I gotta paint him. I gotta paint him. I put white out and did crazy stuff to try to keep the sneaker white. Um, but yeah, so that's the backstory on this one. Now, on this other pair I have here, it's basically a sneaker that just made me even fall more in love with Jordans and anything. Watching it on, Fresh Prince of Bel Air, which is these bad boys, the Grape Eights. I mean the Grape Fives. Um, they're just amazing. The sneaker's just clean. It's fresh, like we used to call it back then. I've used it so many times. This is like one of my go-to sneakers. If I want, especially in the summer, springtime, I could just throw this in, and I want to be bright and happy. Just notice, oh my god, I got a little cut here. But anyways, this is a sneaker here that most of all these sneakers, if I could double up, I would. This sneaker right here is just you can't say much about it. It's just clean. Even my little niece that wasn't too much into Jordans like that or sneakers like that until I guess I got a little into it. I started off with some Dunks, which is like every sneaker has, I guess, starter. Either you do Dunks, Air Forces, or Chucks, or Vans for some people. So I got into those, and then one year she told me she wanted these. She saw these before they even released. She's like, I want these. She's like, I want these. I think they're called Air Jordan 5, the purple and aqua color. And she finally got them. I think about 2 years ago. Um, it was hard for me to get them for her because y'all know me, I don't buy over resell or this and that. But she finally got it on her own. She's proud of them. She's happy to have them. I've gotten her a couple of retros, a couple ones, six, and I think that's it. I'm not sure if I did anything else, but this sneaker right here it's very sentimental to me due to the fact that this is how me and my niece bonded because of this sneaker, and um, also the past in high school, I wanted this one so bad, and it was so hard because I think you could only get them in like Flight Club, which was, if anybody doesn't know, Flight Club is not the Flight Club the reselling one right now. It was called Flight Club, and I think it's because of the Jordan. It was like a Jordan exclusive club. Let me fix some of these boxes here. That way we can get a little bit more organized. And now these bad boys here, my favorite silhouette. When I first put them on, they were not in this colorway. Um, but I always wanted this colorway just because of a movie. So y'all should know what it is. And if y'all haven't seen my videos, go back and check. This sneaker right here is my love, I just could say. I have so many pairs. I think this is the most. I have the most pair of these of all the retros, if I'm not wrong. Um, I just, um, this brings me so much bad and good memories. The reason why bad is because I could never get them. Even though they came out a couple of times while I was in high school, not this exact colorway, but this silhouette, and I wasn't able to get them because they were pretty expensive, and um, I was, I guess, very trying to be smart. Like it was like I go drop 100, and I think these were like 140, 130 bucks. Or at the time, I don't know if y'all remember back in the days, Foot Action Champs, and everybody had like a little competition going. Two for 69, two for 80 bucks, two for 90. So I would go and take advantage of that and have a whole bunch of clean, fresh sneakers that I would rock. Like I'm talking about New Balance 574s, Air Maxes. You know, it was dope, and I was a big fan of Air Maxes because of my father and the flights, Nike Air Flights, all the flight series. I was a big fan of that because of my father. That's what he would buy me a lot. That's how I became a big fan of Nike, and obviously from Nike, Jordan, and so. Um, so yeah, so this sneaker right here just brings me back so much memory. The silhouette is just amazing. I am a big cat fan, which if y'all don't know what a big cat is, that is tigers, leopards, panthers, uh, lions, all big cats basically. And this was representing the Black Panther, if I'm not wrong, or the Panther. If y'all don't know the history of this, obviously the little parts where the freckle, the whiskers go right here, whatever that's called, the eye is right there, the paw, and whatever. Love this sneaker. So many good memories and bad memories about him due to the fact that it hurt seeing, kids having them. And there were a lot of pairs and there was a lot of colorways while I was in high school. Obviously, the He Got Game colorways, the bread colorway, the Flints, the Altitudes came out when I was in high school, the Wheats, the Columbias, the Gray Toes. There was so many when I was in high school that came out. And then, good God Almighty, I don't know how these are collecting dust like they know more already. But anyways, we got here my Grail. I could say the super Grail out of all my sneakers. Due to the fact that while I was in high school, this sneaker was so hard to come through while I was in high school. The Aqua 8s, I think when it retro 3 times from that. And it's just nah. Sorry about that. I had to take a little quick pause, but like I was saying, these were so hard to come through. I mean, it was ridiculous. I don't even like. You gotta understand. I was in high school through. I was in high school for a while because I was a badass. I was in high school from 96 to basically 2002 almost. Half of 2002.
6 years.
Yeah, that was bad. Well, I let's just say basically I kicked out 1 year, and then I had to come back again. I was very bad. Okay, I was very bad in high school. I was a little rebel, and hey, I had to do what I had to do to get there, and that's a whole other day. That's a whole other conversation. If y'all want to know about that, let me know in the comments below, and I'll tell y'all a story about that, my high school story. But anyways, going back to what I was saying, throughout high school, so many retros did come out, but this sneaker never retroed. I think, yeah, this has only been retro 3 times. This year, 2007, and then that's it basically. Or 2 times. And then the original one's back in 93. Um, and like I said, this was like one of those sneakers that was so hard to even find or get. And through high school, that if you saw somebody rocking, you're like, yo, like, what are those? But not in a bad way. Like, what are those? Yo. Blah, blah, blah. It'll start like a whole bunch of conversation. Those are dope, blah, blah, blah. You know, just bananas. And it had that aqua color, that baby blue aqua stage back in the day. So we all, like, we're going crazy with these, like, if anybody, we would see anybody this year had these on. And there was, like, about probably 7 kids that actually had this sneaker back in the day. And well, while I was in high school, and it was funny because a lot of them got them through like outlets or through discount stores back then. Because the shoes are sad. Because these shoes were like literally, I think if I'm not wrong, they ran for like $130, and back then $130 is like LeBrons now that are like $200, $300 between that price range. Um, and the technology and all that stuff. This was like revolutionary at the time with the straps and everything. These came out with the what are they called, the air raids, but the air raids were based more for outdoor use, and these were more indoor use. The Harachis. So this was like when the Harachi and the Harachi, the air raid, and these were obviously these. And actually, Ewing had a pair that like these that were called the Rose. I want to see if I can get me the pair that actually kind of mimics the Aquas, but it's hard to find. Um, but anyways, this sneaker just brings so much not bad memories, so many good memories because I met so many good friends that way. Uh, to this day, I think I'm in contact with like 2 of them that still. The other 2, well, one passed away, and the other one moved away. So it was very, very, very dope to have these sneakers in hand now. I could just, for the past, since Friday, I've just stood there and even just look at them, rub them, they're just awesome. I can't wait to rock them actually. Aquates. So these are the sneakers that in high school. I'm going to give you a couple other ones that I don't have yet. Like I said, the Flint 13s. Hopefully I'll get them in hand soon. The Cherry 12s. The Flu Game 12s. Or the Bread 12s, you want to call them. Those 2. This is all Jordan wise because Nike, Reebok are a whole other thing. I've gotten a lot of my Reeboks, so I'm not too. I just wish I could get the original colorways from those Reeboks that I've gotten. The silhouettes I've gotten, but Jordan wise, it's the Space Jam 11s, the Flints, the Cherry 12s, the Flu Games. I think that's really it that I'm really looking for. And 13s, all the 13s. I could have all the 13s, except a couple, just maybe 2 lows. That's it. I would, but that's really it. There's not so much more. I want y'all to tell me in the comments below, or let me know in the comments below, what was that high school sneaker that you wish you had, that you probably have now, or that is still unobtainable. And I'm talking about to all the high school kids now and the OG heads. I want to know in the comments below, what's that sneaker that you're either still looking for, that you're so glad you finally have, that either just reminds you of high school or while you're in high school right now, that you just like, it's your love, Um, that's really it. Go check out my snaps, Twitter, Instagram, same as here, spelled out the same way. Henry Mr. 83. God bless. Later.